Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna do another get ready with me just because I don't know, I'm just feeling really like creative. I just want to play with colors. I just want to play with some colors today. Let me see. So I'm drinking my second coffee because I somehow got 2 coffees at Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. Don't ask me how. But it happened, and then I was just like, I already paid for it, so I was just like, whatever, I'll just take the 2 coffees. So this is actually later in the day, so I'm having my second coffee. This is dark roast with caramel swirl. Today is Sunday. I got so much stuff done today. You know, usually Sundays are like lazy Sundays, you know, but today I just got a lot of stuff done today, and I was like, okay, girl, you are doing your thing, you know. I did a lot of chores like laundry, clean the kitchen, you know, clean my room and clean the living room. I took Nova a bath because she really needed one. So yeah. And today's football Sunday, and I think the Rams and the Saints are playing, but those teams, like, I don't really care for those teams, you guys. Like, I honestly don't care for those teams, and so I'm like, whatever, I don't feel like watching football. So okay, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and get started on my eyes over here. By the way, do you guys like my shirt? It's a little like Sonic shirt. It's crop top. I got it from, and it has like letters here. I got it at Forever 21. I just thought it was so cute. You know what I just realized? It's probably a bad idea to wear wear a white shirt when I'm freaking doing makeup, you know? Wow, we're really going in with the yellow today as a transition color. But anyways, I want to go ahead and talk about something that's literally like all over the news right now, is the whole R. Kelly situation. And when I first heard about it, I was like, what? That he's like keeping girls captive and he's like manipulating them and stuff like that. Like, I heard it on the news, and then there was like that whole thing last year with the parents went on the news talking about like they haven't seen their daughters in like 3 years and stuff, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? And then this year the whole like documentary Surviving R. Kelly came out, and when I first heard of it, I was like, I thought it was gonna be like a documentary just like the girls talking about what they went through, or like the relationship with R. Kelly and what they went through. But so it came out on the Lifetime channel, and I was like, so I downloaded the Lifetime app, and you just have to connect your network, your cable network, to it, and then you're able to see it. It's like it says it's like 6 episodes, and they're like an hour long, but I don't think it's really not an hour long. It's like maybe 30 minutes each episode. But girl, it was so good that I stayed up literally the whole night. I could have finished it in one night, but I started watching it really late already, so I was like, I need it. But I finished the series in two nights. And I just kept hearing this whole like hashtag mute R. Kelly, and I was just like, what is going on here? Like, I don't know, I just found it interesting. And then I saw people's like reaction videos to them watching them, and then like people were like, oh my gosh, like R. Kelly was doing this whole time and stuff. And I'm like, so I just got really curious, so I downloaded the app to watch it. Girl, like, it was, they have a couple celebrities talking, they have family members of R. Kelly talking, they have psychologists talking about this whole situation. And I'm sitting there like, what? Like, where have we been? Okay, so, I mean, when I'm watching this, I'm thinking like, what the, like, you know that whole Pikachu, have you guys seen that Pikachu face? Where he's like shocked and he's like, that was me watching the whole thing. And they make the documentary, they make it so like creepy and scary at the same time because they put this like background music, you know. But, and I'm watching it at night and I'm like I was scared like watching it for some reason. I'm like, what the hell? But they even go into like talking about Aaliyah. And I was like, when they started talking about Aaliyah, I was like,
no, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
No! I legit was like so heartbroken that Aaliyah might have been involved. There's not like actual proof, really, but I mean, if you look at what the evidence that they bring to the table, it's like, okay, yeah, that I can see that happening, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I was really heartbroken when they started talking about Aaliyah. I was like, no. But yeah, you guys, so they start going into like, they talk about like his childhood, you know, the relationship, like his childhood basically, and the relationship with his family and his mom. He didn't have a dad. They go into like him being, you know, being molested when he was younger. But they really acknowledge his music and they respect his music, but at the same time is like, they were saying that he basically was taking his music career and was taking it to his advantage, where he was able to get away with all these like sexual assaults and harassments, and you know, keeping the girls captive in his home as like sex slaves and stuff like that. And it was just like, wow. And I can kind of like see that, you know what I mean? Like I can see that happening. But then they also go into like why now, and why he never got accused, how does he keep getting away with it? And it's really crazy and it's very interesting. I really recommend you guys watching it, because it just kind of gives you another insight of things, and I like watching. But it's very emotional too, like the girls that speak. They even go into the time where he got accused of like peeing on the little girl back in, I don't know when that was, maybe early 2000s or late 19, I forgot when it was. But dang, like I was just like in shock. I was like I was like legit like, what? You know what I mean? But, and like, you guys, they even have like R. Kelly's brothers have a saying into this. And I literally, I think after watching like 4 of the episodes that first night, I literally paused and I was thinking about it, and I was like, dang, like I really try to put myself, because a lot of the time is like, they were saying that the girls were getting manipulated like mentally and physically and all that stuff. So it was just like, and abused. So like in my head, I'm like, okay, why didn't they just like get up and leave? You know what I mean? But you really have to think about it. I mean, this is like someone that, they're like teenage girls. They're like super fanatics. And, you know, it's like you don't want to believe that your favorite artist is actually doing that stuff. You know what I mean? and they're in denial, and they just become, some of them were able to like escape that whole thing, but you know, till this day there's supposedly girls still in his house home, basically like trapped, and you know what I mean, and they haven't seen their families in a long time. So it's like crazy. It's a really good documentary. Like, I was really like, what in the world? And I mean, like, growing up, I wasn't like a super fanatic of R. Kelly, but I did listen to his music, not his early music, like not in the 90s, because I mean, like because I'm 28, so I started listening really to his music once like the late 90s going into like the early 2000s when I was in high school. So yeah, you know what I mean? And I do remember that whole like thing about him peeing on a little girl, but he never got charged for it. So I just thought, oh, you know, the little girl, you know, the people were lying about that. They were just trying to get money. And that's what everyone literally thinks. Because that, you know, girls sometimes do lie about that shit. So, you know, there's always two sides of the story. But I was just, I don't know. It's really interesting. I think you guys should, like, really look into it. But the whole concept of it towards the end, I was just like, I can really see this happening. You know what I mean? And you don't want to believe it. And you think it's like something that it's so easy to overcome. But when you're being mentally abused, it's hard to get out of it, believe it or not. You know, and this person constantly keeps reminding you of it. It's like, it's hard, you know what I mean? It's a mental battle. It's like having anxiety, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just wake up one day and like, oh, I don't have anxiety anymore. It's kind of like that. You have to think of it like that. So, but it's very interesting. I was just in shock. Hashtag R. Kelly, because, I mean, mute R. Kelly, because I was just like, I don't know. Their points of views that they pointed out in the documentary seems pretty like legit. And then they have like his family members into it too. Like, what? I don't know. I was just not expecting what I saw there. After that whole documentary came out, the police are actually now investigating him because of that documentary. And I'm like, ooh, so I guess it's not over, you know? And then you can also get to see like the darker side of like what does happen behind scenes that people may not know in the music industry. And it's just crazy that the shit like this happens. And I know there's like two sides of the story, and we really haven't heard, you know, he hasn't really said anything. He's just said, oh, they're lying. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's kind of creepy, you know what I mean? It's really, really sad and creepy that this is going on. And I just hope that if he is guilty, that he does, you know, that the girls that were affected by it get some type of justice, because that is crazy. And I know a lot of the times, you know, a lot of the girls, this happened like back in the 90s when he was really like popping and stuff. So, and watching it too, it makes you like, at first it started making you sad, like hearing the girls and stuff, but like then later, like that shit was pissing me off. Like I was getting pissed off. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, really? I couldn't ever. Like, you really have to be like, but the fact that they had brought in like psychologists to kind of, for you to analyze the whole situation and how R. Kelly was manipulating these females, it's crazy. Like, I'm just like, he's like a freaking pedophile monster. And not only that, I didn't know that he was married. For some reason, that just slipped my mind. And like, his wife even came out and stuff. Like, it's crazy, man. I don't know. Y'all should really watch it though. This is an interesting look, huh? I feel like this is like a Halloween look, but whatever. We're just going with the flow. And then there was also like a statement of Aaliyah's mom coming out, because they talked about Aaliyah's. So, and I didn't know that when R. Kelly met Aaliyah was like 14. And so R. Kelly was basically like a mentor to all these girls, and a lot of the girls were like very talented singers and like dancers and stuff. And he would take advantage of that. He'd be like, oh yeah, let's go to the studio and record on music or whatever. But the whole time it'll be, and then they'll end up doing some like sexual act, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then they go into it, and then I was just gonna say they go into the whole Aaliyah thing, that, you know, he was just a mentor to her and helping her with the music career, which I guess he did. But the creepy part that really got to me is where they mentioned Aaliyah's album cover, where it said age ain't nothing but a number. And in the cover, I'll put the picture up here. In the cover, you see Aaliyah leaning against the wall, and then in the background is R. Kelly. R. Kelly looking like a damn creep in the background. That is creepy as hell. He looks like a straight up pedophile, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And like, no one ever knew. And then I was gonna say that Aaliyah's mom was saying, oh, those are false. Aaliyah never had sex with R. Kelly or anything like that. But then I'm like, I was a young lady, and I was a teenager, so I was like, I don't know, you know, teenagers be doing shit behind your back that parents don't want them to know. So, and you gave full trust to R. Kelly, so, I mean, it could possibly be true. But it's just sad that freaking, you know, Aaliyah had to even experience that. She was a pure angel, so it's like, wow. Okay, I think I put a little bit too much foundation. I had to remember that this is full coverage. The Super Safe Maybelline foundation. I have to remember that because I think I put too much, so I'm looking like a ghost. But anyways, I'm gonna actually put on some eyeliner before I put on the lashes. So, love this eyeliner. This eyeliner is by the brand Essence, and it's like $3.99. I got it at Ulta. Wow, look how precise that is. Wow, this eyeliner, look how thin that is, but like, it's so easy to get right in there. Okay, so this is so far with the eyeliner, but it looks pretty cool, right? I don't know, what I'm going for. Now, the lashes that I'm gonna use are the Eyelure 128, I believe. I'm gonna add a little bit of this Trophy Wife highlighter by Fenty Beauty. I just realized that I didn't put any blush, and I'm gonna do that now. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much the final look. Don't mind my eyebrows. I feel like my eyebrows look trash today. I don't know. I don't know. They look weird. But this is pretty much the look that I have. It's an interesting look. I don't know. I just thought I'd play around with it. but I really like how it came out. Definitely something different, but one thing I do recommend this, because this is very full coverage. Where is it? Did I drop it? Is, oh, here it is. Is to make sure you add like a setting spray, like some type of spray, just because I feel like it can be kind of dry because it is full coverage. I don't know. So this is the Milani setting spray that I use, but I think I'm gonna invest in getting a higher end setting spray once I finish with this. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much the look that I have going on here for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you guys sat through this video with me. But in conclusion to what the whole R. Kelly, yeah. R. Kelly is canceled. Okay, he canceled. Like, he doesn't even make music anymore, really. Like, but anyways. Yeah. Bye, guys.